Okay, here's a quick demonstration of how to set up the NAVTEK core removal tools using two of them, one on the high side, one on the low side, using two of the high flow hoses. Now whether that's the quarter one end, but there'll always be quarter on one end, and then the other end is either 1/2 inch or 3/8. These are actually two 3/8 ones for this demonstration. We also then use a little short version of the hose, a little stubby one like this, and I'll explain to you how that works now. So, in effect, let's start this. So, to get the hoses on, you just use the 1/2 inch cord, because they're 1/2 inch female, on your back pump. Okay. On this occasion, we need a 3/8T with an increase in branch, so the increase on the branch is 1/2 inch. So it's 1/2 inch male to 3/8 males either side, okay, because we're using the 3/8 1/4 hoses. Then you put the 3/8 side onto either side, 3/8 of the hose onto either side of the T. That's the one. This one onto this side. Okay. Now, let's move that out of the way. So this cylinder, refrigerant cylinder, is effectively going to replicate the liquid line and the suction line on a system. I know there's no cores in here, but you'll just have to imagine that you've removed the cores with your core removal tool. The valve is shut there and you're ready to evacuate. So what we effectively do, this is the low side, obviously off the blue side of the valve. Put that onto there, and then you notice that we've got a Micron gauge adapter. Now this little thing, I have to show you this. This is also available on our website. It's a short little stubby 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch adapter. So that goes on to your toe gauge. I'll switch your toe gauge on. I'm not going to actually run the vac pump because there's no oil in it. You put that. So the easiest thing to do with these is that if you can't use the hook on the back of the toe gauge, yeah, no matter which brand you go, if you can't use the hook, then obviously you have to support the weight via the cable tie, because what will happen is that the weight of this will want to undo the actual core removal tool, so just support it. So basically this is your core removal tool from NAVTEK. It's two sizes in one. So the first one is a 1/4 male to 5/16 female adapter, okay? On this occasion we're going to use the 1/4. So when you screw that onto the stub that's got a Schrader valve in it, you basically push the core removal tool into there. You undo it, it catches it, and you've got to go about 10 turns on this. It's surprising how many turns you've got to do. You pull it out, it removes the core because it attaches to the end of this shaft, and it removes it this side of the valve. So then you can shut this valve off, undo this, and then you slowly pull the shaft out with the core would normally be on there. So there's your 1/4 stub, and there it is with a full isolation. So by removing the Schrader core, you freed up 90% of the flow rate, 100% flow rate that was 90% restricted when the core was in there. So, okay, so we quickly now, I'll attach this to the other side of the bottle, which in effect is the other side of the system on the liquid line, okay? And then we simply take the other hose and attach it to the core removal tool. So this little setup now, okay, so she's tight. She would in theory evacuate both the low side and the high side at the same time. So if you could do it with one hose, but it would take you twice as long because it's having to suck through any expansion valves or capillaries or electronic valves, etc. And you're not going through the manifold. So the manifold effectively slows you down incredibly because your hoses will just strangle the living daylights out of the evacuation. The skill of these is the actual the 1/2 inch internal diameter on these hoses is allowing you to evacuate 68% quicker than conventional manifolds, and that's no exaggeration. I've tested it and I proved it, and there's videos online as well. So this little setup is very, very simple. I'll turn it around with here for now, in case you can see it. So we got the quarter stubby hose, yeah? Then onto either an 1/2 inch equal T if you're using the 1/2 inch hoses. These are the same hoses, these are the NHB 2s, so they got quarter one end, 1/2 inch the other, and these are the ones I would recommend you get for your 10 CFM vac pump. So you would use an 1/2 inch equal T, then, so it's 1/2 inch on all sides, that would be 1/2 inch to 1/2 inch. The core removal tool, you've got rid of your cores, and to give you some example, I evacuated a 2006 Fujitsu VRF that had all separated gone, so the system wasn't exactly clean to say the least, and I evacuated it down to 2 TOR, 2000 microns in 30 minutes, and to 580 microns in just over an hour. So quick, the system. And that's as easy as it is. So you've got 30 quid each hose. I think it's 13.5 quid for this, whatever the brass T is, not sure, they're not expensive. And then you've got 40 quid for the core removal tools. So for very little money, the next thing you were doing is saving hours and hours and hours of labour spent wasting watching large VLF and large systems evacuate. You can do this so much quicker, and particularly when you've got the 12 CFM vac pump, this is going to get, you are going to get the true duty out of the vac pump. Just using 3/8 hoses will be so slow. So if you need any further info, by all means give me a shout. I'm assuming you've got a Micron gauge. If you haven't, off the top of my head, these are about 120 quid, and I'll send you the quote through from Bristol branch, okay? So good luck with it. If you need any further help, give me a shout, you know where I am. Cheers now, bye.